Have
Yep.
fun.
Thanks,
Catch
Carl.
up. Thanks, Carl.
Yeah.
All right, so we leave the scenario. You guys have successfully stolen a whole bunch of crates. At least some of them have
Weapons.
and a stash in there that you've been contracted to liberate in some uncertain terms. So you guys managed to subdue the guards by knocking them all out and taking and making sure you got away with the gear. And unfortunately, as you started pulling away, as you were even starting to get into the truck, I think it was Craig noticed that there were a whole bunch of armored people like storming the warehouse, and you kind of slammed the gate down and the security gate, and then took off in the truck. So, and then you started kind of like gunning it down the street, and then you've seen two speeders like whip out from behind the truck, containing some of those, and you can see there are two figures in each speeder, in each speeder, and they're all of them are wearing that same insignia. And that's basically where we left off. So I'm happy. Oh, sorry, what's going on? Make sure I've got my chat open and everything. Okay, cool. So let's get into it. I'm gonna load you guys up. Everyone, roll initiative.
That's a spicy way to start.
Yeah, straight into combat. You're not done.
Let me click on my character.
Thank you, Evan Drac. I needed my lo-fi.
It's only a 30-minute mix, unfortunately.
It's alright.
What am I looking for? Call.
Oh shit! I found out who did the that spicy dankness mix of the Flanders parents.
Oh really? Who did it?
It's the dude that does dank pods.
Oh, the boom boom ba ba ba.
Yeah, boom boom ba ba da ba da ba ba da. Yeah, that guy.
Where the hell's initiative there? Oh, I did not have my character selected. And I am damaged? Oh, yeah, that's right. We were taking damage before. Duh.
We were
guys,
guys,
yeah. Still going. Two. There's two cards there. And I believe that.
God, I need like 3 more screens to control all this shit.
I might have to pop out in the next couple of minutes to grab my manouche. But I will not be away for long.
No problem.
There it is.
So, also, guys, I can't quite remember. I've placed you in the truck as I remember.
Mm-hmm.
If that is incorrect, please let me know. From memory, it was TA1 driving with Kraid and Hask up front in the cabin as well, with Face and X3PX in the back of the truck. Was that correct?
I can't remember if I was at the front or the back.
I do remember that I was driving.
I was indeed in the back.
So I think this works.
Okay.
I was also in the back, so yes.
Yep. I definitely know it was more I could not remember if Kraid was in the front or the back. I believe he was in the front. Because I know you were on the front on the way there. So we'll just yep. I mean, there's a lot of things that might happen. So. All right,
let's find out.
So I think that's everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing. Who we're missing? We are missing TA1.
Huh? I'm here.
Oh, okay. Okay. I will add you into the track.
Yeah, sorry. Like I said, I didn't select my character.
No problems.
Rookie error.
There we go. Awesome. Cool. So, the way that I can kind of tell you, so each car will have its own initiative order, and those cars will do things, and those cars, for the main part, there are lots of different things you could try and do to get rid of a car, but that car will move and shoot and do all those things on the same initiative order.
Right.
So, like, those two lackeys are the two cars specifically at the moment.
Why does that have turn order?
What happens if I yeet a stun grenade into the driver's seat?
Well, depends on
That's gonna
what.
be fun.
So a lot of this will be down to you describing and doing something, and then me reacting appropriately, because there's a lot of like if you want to stun or try and kill a driver, absolutely. Will it mean the car will immediately explode? Probably not, but it means that the person holding the gun shooting might have to try and wrestle control over the car to keep control of it. So, whatever tactics you guys want to employ to get rid of these vehicles is up to you. Okay, so first up is going to be the car to face an X3PX as you guys stare at the back of this truck. It's the car to the right. So this car immediately pulls up. I will also say, actually, before we start further as well, there are some special rules for this in regards to TA1.
Yep.
So on your turn, you can try to make some kind of use your action to make some kind of piloting check. To do something to manipulate the truck in a way that could, potentially try and destroy a car, to do something. And we will figure out what the DC is based on what you want to particularly do.
Yep.
How that will affect. If you just want to stick your arm out and shoot at them, that's also fine. But the map here, we're working on the assumption that obviously there might be corners and things. This is just to kind of gauge distance and how things are going to be moving in relation to each other. But you're not on one straight road, and we're assuming that you're currently going full speed, and the speeders are also going full speed.
Okay.
And they're all moving relative to each other. So.
Good information to have. Thank you.
Yes, just so when you get to your turn, as a driver, Ryan, you know how things are kind of working in your head.
Yeah, I was pretty much going to ask all that anyway, so thank you.
Yep, great. So this car immediately, this speeder mounts the curb up here and pulls up a bit to the side, and and you can see the driver in the left-hand seat is kind of like really white knuckling the steering wheel as the guard in a full face visor holding a rifle kind of leans out the side and fires on the truck, actually. So
I have a question about the cabinet in the back. Is this like a fully enclosed back, or is it a ute? Is it a space ute or is it a space van?
Okay, so it is a space van. So
yay! I have cover.
So what it is on the map you will see that you're placed on it.
Yeah.
You're actually on the second level, so you're actually underneath. So you have full cover on those sides. So realistically, if I wanted to do this, maybe we can try this and we'll just see how it'll work. But basically, the idea will be, if I draw, I think. Be something like, I don't know if that's even gonna work.
You're on the lighting. Oh yeah, okay, I get you.
Yeah, I see what you want to do.
So basically, those walls are like blocked sight.
Right.
So like they're encased. The only way they can see in is through the open door, the open face, which is here. That's completely open.
Okay.
So it should be.
So it's like a troop transport, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just looking at your lighting. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want there. Yeah, so obviously if they come up right around the side, they will not be shooting at you two in the car because they will not be able to see you anymore. But these cars at the moment can see you. However, they shoot and they start shooting at the repulsors, like trying to aim and shoot the repulsors underneath the truck. They're basically going to try and shoot the truck to a standstill. The first soldier is going to... And that's a big old miss. Okay, he fires 6, so he shoots wide, and an array of shots fire wide. That is their turn. Hask, you are up.
Alright, so I'm sitting in the passenger seat. I can see the speeder behind us. Can I use project? I'll post the details in there, to rip a piece of the pavement up and launch it at the car in an attempt to try and smash. I guess it would be aimed at the driver himself.
You can, yes, absolutely.
But I'm obviously, the intent is to aim it at him, but to damage the car, and I want to try and smash it enough to stop him from following us.
Cool. So the question is, it's an open top speeder, so you can actually see them. Do you want to hit the car or do you want to hit the driver? Because they're two separate targets. Because project gives you basically you're you can be very precise.
Okay, I have 3 pieces of debris. I'm gonna go 2 at the car and 1 at the driver to try and stop him from steering. I want to destroy the car and stop him from steering.
Cool. Okay, great. So launch. So yeah, absolutely. So you kind of pull your hand up, and then these huge chunks of pavement vibrate up off the ground and just fly towards this car down here or the car at the back.
The car that I can over here. I can only see this one according to my vision.
You can only see
everything's black here and black's here.
I mean, you could probably peer out the side window there, right?
Yeah, I think I should be able to see.
You can. So it's actually funny, is because this one you wouldn't be able to see. The sight lines are a bit funny. Sorry.
Okay. Look, I'll just actually, you know what? In that case, I'm going to launch a piece of debris at both of one at the front one, 1 at the back one, and then 1 at the driver of this front one.
Okay, cool. So give me your rolls.
So what do I roll here?
It's magic missile. You don't.
It's magic. Yeah, you just attack basically. So you can just click project. I think it is. It's just 1d4 plus 1
for each missile.
I'll click it 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 3d4 plus 3, which is all of that, I think.
Is that done? Or
that's all of it, which is probably not right if we want
to go to he rolled a 2, a 4, and a 1.
Okay, we did
3, 5, and 2.
3, 5, and 2. So the first missile, did you want to? So what? Just assign your targets out, so I know which takes what.
So 1 at this car, 1 at the driver of this car.
So that one, the car immediately takes 3 damage.
Yep.
1
at the driver.
1 at the driver of this car. Yep. And he takes
1 more.
He takes 5 damage. Cool. And then 1 at who?
1 down here at this car down here.
Okay.
That looks like it really fucking rattled him.
Yes,
hit him quite hard in the head.
It did. So unfortunately, I need to drop them on because it has.
Can you show me the vision again? That's cool.
Oh, that's what it did. Sorry, give me a second.
Sorry.
Should be none. Forget about that. Because once healing's a thing, then it will always want to be linked. Cool. Yeah, so this guy. So you took. What was the third missile? Was it at the car itself?
Yeah, the third one's at the car itself. It was a 4, I believe, because it was 1 plus.
That was the 1, so that's 2 damage on that one. Mm-hmm. So that's down. All right. Cool. So this guy is.
Can you lift that blackness here?
Yeah, I don't think we really need it.
Yeah. Let's get rid of it. We know how it all works.
We know what it looks like from the passenger seat of a van.
Yeah.
Yep. That was my my hope, as long as you guys got that.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. No problem. So yeah. So you can see as these quite massive chunks of of debris lift up from the road and just start slamming into the cars behind. One of the pieces of debris smashes into the head of the driver at the back, and he like reels back, like barely holding onto the steering wheel, like you can see of the visor covering his face.
Adam?
Has cracked and
Adam?
There goes Adam.
blood is leaking down the side of his face.
Shit.
Yay, blood!
I'm a little bit taken aback because I didn't mean to hurt him as much. I think yeah. Anyway. Continue.
Yeah, he's that guy's reeling. The cars are looking pretty dinged up, but it looks like you'll need to do a bit more to bust him.
Yep.
All right. Next up is X3PX.
Okay, so I'm going to lob a stun grenade into the passengers, into the driver's component of that car.
Okay, sure thing. I don't think you need to really make. It's just like you can make that throw. It's in range.
All right, each creature makes a DC 14 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they are stunned until the end of next turn. Additionally, on a failed save, a creature is unconscious for 1 minute until it takes damage or someone else uses its action to slap them awake. So...
It wouldn't be a ranged attack or something to hit that car, would it?
No. It's not.
Okay.
It's just as it happens.
Yeah. So grenades are funny. So basically, you throw the grenade, and it's going to, as per the magic of the Force, it will land perfectly.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's magnets, because I'm a rogue.
Magnets.
The power of magnets!
And so everyone in this bottom car needs to make a dexterity saving throw, you say?
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw, okay.
Because it's a stun grenade.
Alright, so how we... so it doesn't affect the car though, correct? Because
yeah, I'm trying to stun the driver.
Yeah, because a car does not have a Constitution saving throw. Fantastic. Okay. For reference, if you throw a fragmentation grenade or something that will do damage, like to robots, basically, what it'll do is it will everything makes its individual save, and the save of actually, I don't know. Maybe I have to look that up. Maybe cars just immediately fail.
I'm looking at the grenade rules, and it doesn't mention vehicles at all. So I think it's up to you.
We'll figure it out. Anyway, but this is a stun grenade, so this wouldn't affect the car in any kind of way. But it will definitely affect the people in it. So they are going to make, you said, a Constitution saving throw.
DC 14 con.
Okay, Constitution saving throw. First one comes up. And that is that's a 7 for the soldier at the bottom, and then the lackey. The lackey might do it, but if the soldier didn't, I feel bad for the other one.
My food's downstairs, so it's up to the GM what happens.
No problem.
In a moment. That's the end of my turn.
And Constitution saving throw for this one. Oh, the driver makes it. So what was the effect on the grenade?
He's gone.
Stun grenade. Just give me a second. It is adventuring gear potentially. Grenade. Okay. 14 on a failed save. They are stunned until their next turn. So, okay. So it means that the grenade goes off. There's like this massive crackle. The driver somehow manages to stay conscious for this blast, and he's fine. However, the soldier falls unconscious. Is that correct? Is that how the stun works?
Yeah. So
on a failed save, he's unconscious for a minute.
Mm.
On a failed save, they're stunned until the end of the next turn. Additionally, on a failed save, they're also unconscious. Wow. Okay. So even if you wake them up immediately, they're still stunned on their next turn. So
no. So they're stunned for 1 round, and if they get to try and pass again. But if they fail the second pass, then they're actually unconscious.
Right. There's an action throw grenade.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, this is additionally on a failed save, the creature is unconscious for a minute until it takes damage. No, I think they're immediately unconscious. At the end of the affected creature's turn, they can wake up. Okay. Okay. No. Yeah. So what it is that if they get woken up by a friend before their turn actually happens, they still have the stunned effect. But until they're woken up or they make the save when they're while they're unconscious, they are just out completely. So I'm just gonna put a little thing on him. He's done. Wow, that's rough. All right. Is a little sleepy time. Bye bye. I don't know. Yeah. So it would have been real good to get the driver, but the guy shooting at you is also an excellent target, so he's down. Up next is TA1. What would you like to do? So you've still got 2 cars currently behind you. One is kind of moving out to the left flank, and you're at the moment just barreling down this road as fast as you can.
So we're heading at full speed, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, are you? I would assume you are, probably, but you're in control here.
Is it safe to assume that the other car behind us is going fairly fast as well?
Yes, it is going at full speed. And the other cars was still able to pull up next to you. So it would take a fairly easy inference to go. They can probably go faster than you can.
How fast are we actually going? Like, are we going 110 kilometers an hour? Are we going 300 kilometers an hour? Like, I need to know because of turning circles and other fun things.
Oh, right. Okay. I would say how fast would you top out a truck normally? Let's just use our world as an example. You'd be struggling to push that over 100 with all the weight you've got in the back as well. And the fact is, like, you are also taking corners and stuff, like you are driving. So you're probably not maxing 110 at full time either. But, you know, it's pretty quick. If you fell out, you would get hurt a lot.
Okay. Can I move the truck? It's a speeder, right? Like, it doesn't have wheels?
Yes, it is a repulsor truck. Yep.
Okay. Can I move it over here?
Absolutely.
To sort of try and block this one car?
Yeah, for sure. So you don't even need, if you just want to move the truck vertically, like side to side across the road, that doesn't even require a check.
That's just the first part, anyway. What I'd like to do then is slam on the brakes.
Okay, fantastic. So that's awesome. So what you'll need to do is you will need to give me a piloting check for that, and we will see what happens. So I will. Yeah, that's pretty good. So you immediately move the car into position. You swerve. Everyone, Face and X3PX are probably clinging on in the back because everyone else is buckled up and.
I'm tied to the wall.
You're tied to the wall. Okay.
I got one of those like Bundy clips. I'm just going tied it around my waist, so I can't go anywhere.
So you guys feel this lurch as you kind of pull over to the side of the road. Face and X3PX, you see this truck immediately now behind you. And then the second as you almost see the lineup, you hear the whirring of the repulsors go whoop, 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 and then just immediately cut for a second as the truck like almost falls out of the space it's hovering and slams into the back of this car. I can tell you that car is not going to take that much damage. I think the driver will probably try and make a check, but they are going to take damage no matter what because that's definitely going to do something.
Ah, damn! I only was able to stun the goon and not the pilot.
Yes, you got the gunner, but the pilot rolled very well on his Constitution save. He let's have a look. We open up. He's gonna make a. Dexterity saving throw. He's going to make his own. Actually, he'll make his own piloting check to see what he does. 16. No, so that's not enough. Your piloting is simply too good for what you're trying to do to him right now. So you slam into the back, and you can see, because these repulsors are kind of hovering about, you would assume about a foot to about 2 feet off the ground. So it's almost like they do have wheels. It's about that same height. You see the speeder, like base and X3PX. You see the nose of the speeder fly forward and make connection with like the bottom of the tray of the bed of the truck. And if you guys have ever seen a car hit a truck in real life, you can see the weight of the truck is just like pushing over the top as you see the speeder get pushed nose first into the ground, and as you see it touches the ground and then just like explodes basically out the side, as there's nowhere else for this car to go at this point. The car is destroyed immediately. There's no way. Actually, we'll roll the damage on it. I think it'd be like 5d6, so I don't think it's gonna make it somehow. 12. Yep. So that is definitely enough. So that the car explodes in a massive ball of flame, and I'm just gonna remove this for the moment. So that car just absolutely ignites. The person, you can see the driver is flung. Both the driver and the soldier, you see, just like also tumble out and hit the ground with a fairly sickening crack as both of them just start bouncing down the road. That it is at very high speed. You do not know if they are alive or dead, but you can make a pretty educated guess on that one.
Does the other car then overshoot us?
Yes, so actually what that would happen is the other car would then, by the proximity of this all happening, the car then... So do you basically try and slam to 0, right?
I slam the brakes on until I hear it crunch in the back, and then obviously see the explosion, and then I slam on the accelerator again. Yeah,
well, you feel the explosion like through the body of the truck, as it kind of like, you can feel the reverberations of the impact. Because you guys are actually both locked in, people in the back don't need to make a save to not get thrown out of the truck as well. So in that 6-second exchange, then this car, is just by the properties of movement, would travel 130 feet, I think is the number, for a single round. So you see the other car shoot forward above you, and now they are the ones. They're in pain. You're now in front of them. Cool. Face, you're now up.
I can't see the car, can I?
No, but you could potentially try and lean around the side and shoot at it.
Note that we're at about like 10k an hour at this point, like we're just getting back up to speed.
Yeah, I do that with there was an assault cannon the other day.
Yes. Who took that one? I haven't.
We left it in the box.
I'll take
it in the box, but it is there.
I grabbed the assault cannon and let's see. Give me a sec.
Now the assault cannon is in the cantina now. So it's a big two-handed thing, and it's not a blaster cannon like you would expect with like a rotator. This fires more like a huge, like a actual cannon, like almost more of a family of a shotgun than anything else. But yeah,
it's a mortar. I know.
Pretty much. Yep.
Give me a sec. I want to double check the thingy for it because if I'm not mistaken, I remember it had burst.
Yeah, it fires in a 4x4 square.
It does indeed. It consumes.
So
half your
I'm gonna
ammunition, I believe.
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna shoot and burst it on the car. I'm not even gonna try bother aiming. I'm just gonna burst it on the car.
Yeah. So everything is gonna take fire. Yeah, everything's gonna take fire, including.
No, it's a good move, man.
No, well, aren't we meant to be stealthy?
It's too late for that.
Yeah, commandos aren't stealthy. Fuck the shit. I'm using the assault cannon.
Excellent. So everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw, I believe, in the car. So we're gonna look here. The crim. Up.
Everything within range takes a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm. So what I'll do.
What's the DC? The DC is 8 plus your bonus attack on the weapon. So the DC is 8 plus 5. So it's
13.
13. DC 13.
Okay, cool. So dex saving throw for the soldier in the car. He makes that save, so he'll take half. Is that correct?
Yeah, he takes half. I don't actually really care about the soldier in the car. I want to blast the shit out of the actual speeder.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So the dexterity saving throw of the... I'm going to do one thing. So the driver is going to make their own dexterity saving throw to not take damage. And the pilot, and they'll make a piloting check, which will be trying to swerve the car out of the way. So, and that determines... So he takes... oh boy! Okay, this is exactly what happens. You lean around the corner with this two-handed cannon. X3PX is I don't know how you're anchoring yourself if X3PX is literally holding you, or you have strapped yourself in with one of the harnesses in the.
I have an ability which allows me to shoot two-handed weapons with one hand.
What?
Oh! Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so face this is X3PX. Oh, I don't know if no one. This is almost a superhuman ability. This cannon is huge. You can see that it requires that front handle merely just to hold because of how long this weapon is. The strength to wield it with just that back handle is it would take an immense amount of strength to be able to hold that up. And as you just see Face just hold on to the side of the truck with one hand and swing his body weight around, holding the cannon fully outside the truck.
It's like he's using the recoil to just to keep the top of it up.
and it just fires, and it's this huge blast that just shoots forward. The soldier with a bit more military experience sees this and kind of ducks down in an immediate kind of instinct response. The driver, however, is just immediately slammed with this. He you blow a part of the back of his shoulder just clean off. He dies immediately. With that shot, it rains down also onto the car as he tries with his last kind of movement to swing the car out of the way. He does a terrible job, and you just... Okay, so can you roll the damage for the dice? I didn't even roll damage on this dude because he had 1 health, so he's going to die either way, but...
So what's the damage of the weapon?
The damage of the weapon, I actually have it here. I think it's a 2d8. Oh, wait, no, actually, no, it's not. Just give me a second. It is the weapons assault
cannon, right?
Yep.
It's 1d10.
It's 1d10. Cool, okay.
+2.
+2, so that's 7 damage. Ooh. Oh, that is the exact number you needed. The car also just explodes and erupts in flame. Also, I mean, the guy doesn't even react as well. They're all the one thing. The car just explodes in bright fucking orange flame, and that car is also immediately disintegrated.
Wow.
Kraid, you are up. I will give me a second. I had a great thing that I love doing every time.
I'm like, there's nothing left for me to do.
Oh.
That was certainly a thing.
Bin, apologies. Kraid, it is your turn.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I just scan around. I think I'm kind of following everything that's been happening. I hear and see that the 2 speeders that were around us are effectively gone.
Ready in action.
Yeah, ready in action in case anything else comes around the corner. If there's anything coming our way, like, is there any way for me just to kind of like keep a keen eye out effectively?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can give me a you can definitely, if you want your raid action to be to kind of like keep an eye out for something, you can also just say if you see something within range of a particular weapon that you have, you can fire it, etc.
Or you can just delay your turn to the end of the round.
Sorry?
Yes.
You can delay your turn to the end of the round as well.
Yeah, I might do that.
You can. This is the end of the round, however.
No, I'm gonna use my action to kind of just. I suppose I still have the blaster. I'll have the blaster ready to shoot at anything that kind of pops up out of nowhere or comes at us unexpectedly.
Cool. Okay. So that's your action. Okay. So now at the top of the order, something happens. You now see, as your truck is like still speeding forward, and you've shot past, kind of leaving these 2 orange flaming husks of what once were speeder bikes in the wake, and now you then see if we can get this working. Oh no, I want it to work properly. That's okay. You see 4 more cars pull into view.
They're shaped like little dildos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I will make these proper.
Hmm.
And we're currently only going like 20k an hour. Because we're still
so
speeding up.
These are like, yeah, these are rapidly approaching.
I know that I readied a blaster.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use like a force cantrip instead?
Is it easy for you? Yeah, absolutely. How do you? My question is, how can you see these cars? Because you're in it. You're the one that's in a bit of a
middle.
Because you're like the others can lean out the sides where you don't really have that luxury.
Do we have rear view mirrors or side view mirrors?
Yes, you do.
Is there access to the back of the cab from? Sorry, the back of the bed from the cab.
You can't see through the cab to the back.
I'm assuming that I would have seen like just like a bit of an orange kind of flash through the side view mirror or something, and just be like, "Oh shit!"
Side mirrors, absolutely, yeah, for sure.
So with that, is there like any debris, any like loose items around us, like just on the sides of the road? If it's just like rubbish or
absolutely, yeah, for sure. You can, if you want to. So tell me what you want to do first. But you should be fine.
I want to find like the biggest, I suppose, loose item that I can find, and effectively force pull it into the middle of the road to disrupt those as many of those vehicles as possible.
Oh, okay, sure. So, yeah, I think you'd be able to find something. How big can you pull an object with that?
Give me 1 second.
force pull.
Oh, I was hoping that would give me... Nope, that's not what I wanted either. Let me look it up. It is an at-will. It is force, pull, push. Tiny creature, small creature, or object can be moved 10 feet. Yeah, it's just move a medium or small creature or object not being worn or carried within range.
Okay. A small or medium object.
Mm.
So it doesn't say how big that, as long as it's a 1 square object.
I believe so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. I think we can put something in there. And what that will do is that will force them to these 2 cars in the middle to make a piloting check to make sure that they can get around it. With an obstacle that big, it's not going to destroy a car, but it might slow them down. It might do a bit of damage.
Yeah,
absolutely. What you also notice, is these are the people in the cars.
Okay.
And then
are they the same? Do they have the same? There you go. I was gonna say, do they have the same insignia as the dude that I saw as we were leaving?
They all of these people have the same insignia on them somewhere.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's
Ooh.
Orky boy.
Yeah. I don't know what sort of race that is.
You don't know what race that is?
That would probably be like a lore check, but even TA1 would have no freaking idea as far as she's concerned.
That's a Gamorrean.
It is indeed a Gamorrean, yes.
They're one of the more common species of pig people who are in the Outer Rim. They typically serve crime syndicates as muscle. They are not stupid. They sound stupid.
But they are. Well, that would be and that would be something X3PX knows. You see a whole bunch of mainly cladded soldiers. However, what you do see is a Gamorrean in one of the cars on the outer side. The Gamorrean is bare-chested as well, and has a brand on the inside of his bicep with the same symbol that you've been noticing on the chest plates, like on the adornments of them. The one at the back, and then you also see a black cloaked figure that Kraid noticed that was leading the charge in the warehouse, in the raid, and they all seem to be kind of falling in behind this one figure. His clothes are quite finely made. He has gold trim on his clothing and on his weapon as well. The weapon is his rifle is just as black as his clothing, and it kind of gleams with this really bright look. And then it's matched by the outstandingly brilliant gold trim, all that he's covered in. And he's wearing a full face mask, full face visor, and the visor has that same circle, like a circle cut in half, which is in the chat as well. So you see all of them pull in, and they all need to now roll for initiative because they're joining the fight. One.
Do they have to?
Yes, they do. So what I'll do to separate these 2 cars is I'm going to roll for these guys here. And I realize that I've named them in the chat, which kind of unfortunately gives away their order, but that's fine. Okay. That is life, unfortunately. I need to remember for later. All right. So who is up first? Top of the order. Okay, so you immediately see the boss You see the one in the gold armor point at his like start yelling towards all of the other cars as his speeder at the moment seems to at the moment doesn't pull ahead of everyone else. He does swing out. Oop, I moved that around. Oops. He does, however, swing out to the side. So he drops back. It drops back behind the group of three, and he makes a move to make sure he's not going to be caught in any blast of another car. So he swings out to the side here. From this distance as well, he takes. He can fire as well. He then he will roll. He will be able to attack. If I can, is this working? Yep. The soldier's incapacitated. Cool. Yep. And he fires on the truck as well, and he definitely hits the truck. And the truck takes. Oh god! Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to do more damage to this thing. The truck. It's only a glancing shot on the truck. I don't know if you can see the truck, but the truck has health.
Cannot see it.
We can't
Pardon?
see it.
Okay.
I can't see anyone else's health bars, except actually I can see the enemy health bars for some reason, but I can't see friendlies.
Okay. That's a bit weird and annoying, but
I'm back.
No.
Sorry, was my tactics effective at all, or did they just go zip?
So this one at the moment pivoted out to the side. Mm-hmm. This guy is going to have to make a roll when he when it's his turn.
Okay. I don't know which ones you were pointing to specifically, but all good.
So this guy here up here.
Perfect. Yep.
They're out of the way. This one here, however, is going next, and they're going to have to make a piloting check.
Cool.
The leader of this group fired and hit the truck, but did almost no damage. So that's fine.
Okay.
You're all good for the moment. So the next guy rolls up, and he is going to. So this guy has to make a piloting check, however, because you chucked something down in front of him, which is not the best for him. He's going to make a piloting check, and that is enough. It's only a 14. Actually, no, that's not enough. It needs to be 15. So he moves out of the way, but it means that he slows down, which means he will not be able to move and reposition the car. And he's pushed back because he had to get out of the way. And the car itself, as a piece of debris flies up, chips a part of the car for a small amount of damage. Rolled good though. Cool. All right. So that has. Cool. All right. Okay, but their turn's up. He's not going to move, and he's going to direct the soldier is actually going to shoot at Face, because Face actually has a huge gun. And that's not good. So Lucky's not going to shoot, but the soldier, however, is, and he's going to make a carbine shot. Does a 14 hit? Face?
I don't think so, actually.
I think that might not be enough. You are a fighter.
It does. No,
okay,
it does
cool.
not.
So the shot bounces off your armor. It's only a glancing shot, doesn't do any damage. So that's their turn at the moment. Next up is Hask. Your turn.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to again rip up parts of the payment and launch them at all three of them at the car, at this dude's car.
This car here, all right.
People still there?
Sorry.
Yep.
It's a level 1 spell.
Actually,
I need to deduct force powers as I do it, right?
Yes. Actually,
Excellent.
sorry, Hask, you can't see that car back there.
I can't?
Yes, because the only one you could possibly see at the moment is this car here.
Okay.
Because you're in that front seat.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well,
You could, however, try.
aware-
You could try something risky though. You could try leaning out of the car. You could try getting out of the car while it's moving.
I'm gonna
Climb onto the roof.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I'm just gonna launch the 3 of them here at this car.
Cool.
Sorry, look,
Sounds good.
That did.
All of them at the car.
So is it? I don't understand how this works. Why it's doing? How you guys are splitting it up?
Because it's three separate projectiles.
Okay, so it's 3, 2, and 4, and then it's
Yes.
plus 3 on top of that.
Yeah,
Plus 1 to each. So it's
Yeah, okay.
a 4, a 3, and a 5.
Because
All
you're
of
hitting.
them
Because you're hitting
guess
like
it's-
the one cards. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a look. Let's just hit the 1 car.
Cool. Well, that is because goddamn, I forget you have project. Yeah, you hit the car and just shatter it in stones. The car explodes. That is.
And I asked like, is there more vehicles? Is there anyone else following us?
Yes, there are
can't
3 more vehicles.
Steer us into position so I can see him.
Commencing evasive patterns.
Alright, that's my turn.
Cool. All right. The next guy is the Gamoran. The Gamoran's truck. So they're going to. You notice, Face. You notice that the Gamoran is not holding a gun. He's not like he's holding over his shoulder or in his hands. He's holding a huge axe. And he's like barking at the driver. The driver. Let's see if I can actually pull this up correctly. There we go. All of them move up to here. Yeah, up to here. And the Gamoran is going to make an athletics check for me. As you see the Gamoran like start standing up out of his seat and like propping his feet, these like his huge feet like on the top of the back of the back of the car. Where are you? And he's gonna make oh, that's a 1. However,
It
does not mean
nothing.
thankfully, it does not mean he dies. It just means he takes a penalty. So he makes a huge leap. You just see like this. So Taylor, you see this. You see this huge green, like monstrous figure just leap from the sides of the the car and try to land on top of the truck. He slips though as he goes to jump and slams into the side of the truck, and he grabs his axe and just buries it into the side of the truck. So he is at the moment hanging on the side of the truck down here. So Face cannot see him, although Face from the inside, you see this huge axe head just slam, like cut straight through next to you. And now he is dangling on the side of the truck. He will not get an attack. He unfortunately has to sit this round out. But you've got this huge dude on the side of the truck now.
I'm assuming I can see him.
Yes, I believe you can. Well, you can see him in the mirror.
In the mirror, yep.
So at this point, you guys in the cab, you would have to use the side mirrors or like physically stick your head out the window to see them.
You could probably lean across me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, perhaps I could like support you somehow if it means like giving you an advantage or something like that. I don't know. Well, I'll think about it when it's my turn.
Maybe. I mean, Adam. I guess this is more a question for you, but would the driver be on the side in these trucks, or would they be in the middle? Like,
the driver would be on the side.
Okay, just double check.
Yep. So, I have no idea in universe if they drive on the left or the right. At the moment, I've got the land speeders driving on the left and then the truck driving on the right. So I guess the answer is both. Depends on the model. This is a European truck. Yeah, so it is X3PX, it is your turn. So you can't currently see the Gamoran, or you can kind of see the tail end of the car that it's behind, and you can see the two cars.
So I have a question. Does the vehicle count as a what's the word?
Target?
Does the vehicle count as a friendly creature?
Your vehicle, the vehicle itself?
Yeah, my car.
The truck you're
truck.
in?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. That doesn't work then. If that's the case, I'm gonna shoot him. Which was the car that got hit by the debris?
It's gone.
It's this one down here. This one's taken a chunk of damage.
Cool. I'm gonna just shoot at the car.
Is that correct?
With my...
Yes, that one. Yep.
Blaster!
That is a miss.
Shit. That's my turn, man.
Okay. Alright. So the shot goes wide and the driver managed to steer out of the way, and coming onwards. TA1, you are up.
I'd like to take my action to make evasive maneuvers, move the truck sort of all over the road a bit, try to avoid incoming fire.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So what we can say is that you're taking the dodge action with the car. So it means that anytime they shoot at the car, they would take disadvantage.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to use Rapid Reconstruction, which is just a droid thing that I can use my hit die to recover some points.
Cool. Okay. Sounds good. Base, you are up.
So, I want to try doing something. I wonder if you'll let me.
I love it. Every time someone asks me that, I'm excited. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna drop the assault cannon.
Yep.
Pull out my hold-up blaster. Now turn around and shoot the Gamoran that's hanging onto the truck.
Through the wall.
Well, no. If I either through the wall or around the back of the truck, whichever. Like for me, what I have in my mind is this. Before I was leaning around with the assault cannon. This time I'm just leaning around with a little blaster.
Yep. Cool. So I think leaning around is totally fine. If you were to fire through the wall or the ceiling of the truck, you would just fire at disadvantage. But you can get a clean shot on him by leaning and sticking your gun around the side. I think that is just a regular attack.
Do I have advantage or anything? Because he is not really dodging; he's hanging on for dear life.
He is still he's still a big boy, so I think it's not quite advantage.
Okay, that's fine. Let's see if
unable to attack you at this point.
Okay, let's see if I hit.
Not quite. You take some shots and he's kind of like blowing in the wind, and he is not being an easy target to hit. And so you go wide. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Kraid, you are up.
Okay, let's see here. So wait, Joey missed this guy?
Yes.
Okay. You reckon I'll be able to force push him off the side of the truck and just knock him He'll take some damage if it actually lands. Give me a sec. Let me have a look.
I don't know how force push works, but
yeah, I can use it on a. Is he a large character?
I believe for the purposes of this, no. He's a large person, but he is not a large creature. No.
Okay. So force push can affect small and medium creatures. They just have to make a save. Push pull. Use the force to move a medium or small creature or object not one. The target must make a strength saving throw. So I'm guessing he's going to actually have a good chance of saving. I'm trying to see what the medium creature move 5 feet. If at the end of movement creature strikes another creature or object, it must make a dexterity saving throw. An object automatically fails. On fail, they both take 1d4 kinetic damage. So I guess his saving throw would have to beat my DC, I suppose. Not DC, my I guess proficiency.
He would have to make a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Against your force save?
Yes. Which I'm not sure where I can find that. I apologize.
It would be on your power sheet.
Power sheet. Power saving DC 11.
Okay. So I've got to roll a dex saving throw higher than 11?
No, strength saving initially. And then once he collides, dex saving. Or if he fails.
If I fail. Okay. So another one! He's got a +4! Okay, so what do I need to do now?
And then now he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, he'll take 1d4 kinetic and I suppose some form of impact damage, maybe, because we're moving at speed.
Let's have a wait. Give me a second, sorry.
But I'm not sure. All I know, reading from the force powers, is that if he collides with something after being pushed by the force push, whatever he collides with takes 1d4 damage. Actually, can I aim him at one of the other speeders?
Well, you're probably going to push him, and he's going to. Sorry, use a force to move him. Failed save. The creature object moves a number of feet in direction of choice based on its size. Tiny creature.
Yeah. So medium can only go 10. I think a small can go 20.
Object. Okay. Cool.
So basically, I would push him into this.
And it says they both take. You're going to push him into what?
The speeder right next to him.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. So he makes a dex saving throw, is that correct? Or like I make it.
Yeah, if with this, he has to. Now that he's failed the save, the strength save.
Oh, now he's in the air. Like, you pushed him, and he's like, you've loosened the axe, and he goes tumbling off the side.
Correct.
Yep. He then hits into the speeder, and then we need to do a dexterity saving throw. An object automatically sails the throw.
So the speeder takes damage.
Oh, both of them take 1d4.
1d4, okay. Correct.
Because the object fails. Well, actually, I'm going to say the object doesn't automatically fail. Okay. He flies off the back. This object can make a save because the pilot can swerve out of the way.
Right.
However, he does not want to have the Gamoran splat on the ground. Yep. So you see the speeder actually try to maneuver into the way to catch the Gamoran. Right. And both of them will take the damage in that case. Because they will elect to, I guess, fail because they want to catch the Gamoran. So they're going to take both take 1d4. And they both take max damage. Oh boy. Things are not going well for my creatures. I was thinking you guys are going to be fine. -4. Yeah, -4. There you go. and he goes tumbling onto the hood of the speeder. Okay. That's your turn. Next up is the the sergeant, the leader. So he is going to move the car up further. And what can he do? He's got to do something. He could just fire again, but I don't like. Oh, actually, no. He was back here. I got to measure this out because he might actually want to do something bold. How far can he go? That's not enough, unfortunately. He's too far behind. So he's going to move up to here in one turn. And he's going to take a fire and he's going to shoot at probably X3PX because he can see him.
Oh dear.
X3PX is going to take a shot. Does 15 hit?
No, it does not.
Oh,
Bounces off the bust plate.
can't roll bad.
Or the face, whichever.
Can't do it. All right. Cool.
Ding.
That's his turn. Where's the thing? One thing that is interesting is that I had.
You spelled sergeant with an A.
That's actually imported from the. That's probably why, because it's imported from the Monster Manual Online. So it is the other spelling of sergeant. That's why I thought it looked weird. He's got an ability that I can't see. Can I edit? Maybe it was in the. No, it's fine. I could have sworn that I used to have it. Oh, there it is. Correction. No. Okay. Well, so far that's all been useless to him. His abilities aren't going to help at the moment. All right. Cool. All right. Next up, the lackey is up. So the lackey is going to. This car's going to pull up further, and is going to take another shot into the at the characters themselves. So he's going to shoot X3PX.
Bring it, bitch.
And the soldier going to. How does a 5? Oh my god! God. Woo! Oh boy! I'm not rolling good. All right, Hask, you're up.
That's a 2 plus 3.
Just give me 1 sec.
Oh boy! I have to start doing some damage. It's looking bad.
Sorry.
Get on that truck.
Okay, so can yeah, you guys cool. Who can I see? I can't what can I see from here?
What can you see from so you can see this car behind from that angle? I don't think you can see any of these cars.
You could probably see this car in the rearview mirror, potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, you could probably see this card through reflection, not directly.
Alright. Can I use fear on the driver of this vehicle? To fear them away?
Does that require line of sight?
Yeah.
You know, you could do though. You could get out of the car and get out of the truck.
Yeah, risky business. Okay. What would it take to get out of the car?
I have a better idea. Jump on the roof of the van.
Yeah, what would it take to get line of sight, Adam?
Athletics check. Give me an athletics check, and you can get up there. And I can, just give me an athletics check.
All right. So I look over. I try to get a good sight on what's going on, and I can't really see. So I get ready to jump on the top. Oh no. Okay, athletics check. Ooh.
That's acrobatics.
What's high? Oh. Actually, you can do acrobatics instead of athletics. I will give you either. You can take your pick.
Sure.
A 12. So what a 12 does is a 12 isn't good enough to get up there cleanly, but what it does allow you to do is it allows you to get up there, you take no damage, and you are fine, but you are not able to do an attack this time.
Alright, cool, continue.
Actually, no, wait, sorry. Actually, apologies. That's the really bad failure. This one is half movement, so you're probably fine, actually. So you're on top of the truck. You've had to scramble and scrape your way up.
Yep.
But you are kind of like standing crouched on top of the moving truck.
Note that the truck is currently dodging a little bit, so it's sort of moving from side to side.
I'm not able to cast in this turn from this.
You are.
Okay.
It's a close fail, which means half movement, which there's not a lot of.
All right. Force. I'm going to project onto this vehicle up the back. Why is it not clicking for me? Yeah, all of them onto that vehicle.
Oh, you're going to do a. How many spell slots do you have left?
Oh, hang on.
Damn.
Yeah, no, sorry. There's the spell slots. That's the force remaining, right?
Yes.
Each you need to cast 2 points for a spell.
Level 1.
Wait, for 2 points for a level 1 spell?
Yes.
Oh shit! I've only been deducting 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay, how many turns have we had here?
We've had 2 turns, I think. I know you've used your project twice.
Yes,
But
I have. So so we started here with I was on 9, so I'll go to 7, then I'll go to 5. Okay, so I've got 5 remaining. So this is going to deduct another 2.
Is your project a
11
at will, or is it a level 1 spell?
It's a level 1 spell.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to do it again.
Actually,
So I am really mad, and I'm like, and fucking with 2 hands, I rip up 2 sides of the pavement and just throw them as much force as I can. Fuck you at that car at the back.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah. Again, because project does not have a. You don't need to hit. It just you hit it. One of the big chunks of pavement like slams into the engine at the back of this thing, chewing it up in the sides. You see smoke kind of build out the side and explode as the what's it called, the speeder like starts like pirouetting. As it spins, I'll get rid of the car. As it spins, both of the driver and the leader jump out of the car, and they are going to have to both make dexterity saving throws because the leader might be able to survive hitting the ground. We'll have to see. However, let's start with the guy that's probably going to die first. He's gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw, which is not terrible. That's a fail. All right. Then the field commander is gonna have to make a save, and the field commander is going to roll real good. All right, cool. Now this is falling damage. I didn't have this immediately on hand. I'm sure we. So it is 1d6 per 10 feet, isn't it? That's what it is. Taking a maximum of 20 feet. I am happy to call this.
I mean, we're probably still not at full speed. I mean, how long does it take this truck? We've only been 12 seconds since I braked.
What I would say is you're probably going at about 60 or 70 kilometers an hour at the moment, which I would rule that as 7d6 for like 10 feet.
Should I roll that 7d6?
Yeah, you can give me a roll. Roll 7d6 for me.
All right, roll.
And that's the damage they take. These two take when they hit the ground. So they take 20. However, the guy takes half because he's made his save. Mm-hmm. So he takes 10 points of damage. So he's fine. The driver lands as you see his body twist as he hits with a pretty loud thud, and he's definitely dead. You see the.
Thank you. Whoops.
You see. Immediately, I will pull this token away and have his make sure, because if you guys keep going, you're going to shoot out of the distance of the leader. But you can see he's still alive and he's still kind of like moving on the ground, although he is
the leader.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
we
was
should
the
just
man.
kill
That was
him.
the field commander. He was the one leading the troops. Yep.
Maybe we should kill him so he doesn't tell anyone what happened.
That's
Too
up to
late.
you. But he's now
Daily, pull it over.
okay. Good move. All right. Next up is the strong man. Okay. He's going to be like, oh hell no. And he's going to turn into a rage. And jump again. He's just going to be like, absolutely not. I'm getting on this.
The big green dude with an axe is a barbarian? No.
What a shock. He's going to. 10 to 7. That's not good. So he still gets the ability that Chris did. So what he does is he makes the jump, and he's up now. He didn't critically fail. However, he makes the jump. As Taylor, you feel the truck like swing and sway as he lands on it with his momentum. Like he is a big boy. However, that was 10 feet of movement, and he does not have. I don't believe he has enough movement to go any further than that jump, because he didn't do very well on on the jump. So he's up and he's standing on top and he's looking down at Hask now, but he has he's that's his turn. Can you see his health bar?
No.
You need to turn it on the token.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's the truck.
He has huge guts.
If you can see that.
No, we can't.
It's fine.
You need to attach the token to his character sheet. That's like represents character.
He has it. No, I can see it. It's just that.
And then you need to actually assign the green bar to his HP.
Oh no, he does. No, that's all done. It is the permissions I have not given you, I don't think.
I'll be honest, I don't really need to know how much health the big green giant has.
Yeah.
There we go.
I do want to know why these pig people have horns.
Cool. So next is X3PX. You're inside the truck. There is 2 cars to either side. One to the side, one to the back, and a giant pig orc man on the top of the car. On top of the truck.
I'm gonna shoot this one. Hey, if I shoot the engine with an ion weapon, what does that do?
It would cause the car to stall out if you hit it.
Fucking sick! I draw the ion pistol in my side socket and shoot at the engine. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does indeed hit. Would you like to roll damage? 4. Okay. So the car is not destroyed. However, it starts spluttering and falling back. It starts to fall back out of distance.
Okay, that's my turn then.
It will continue to drop back for another round until it can kind of catch up again, based on probably a piloting check. See how they can take over. TA1, you are up.
I hope the other guy doesn't catch up to that speeder. Anyway, okay, give me a sec.
Okay, so we're probably going about, 60, 70 k's an hour at the moment?
That would be your last update. However, you can push the car faster if you like at this point.
Well, obviously I've kept it flawed, but what I'd like to do is veer the car into the speeder next to us.
Yep.
Either forcing him to drop back or hitting him, whichever.
Cool. Give me, absolutely. Give me a check. Give me a piloting check.
Not bad.
Jesus Christ. All right. Man, I was worried that I was throwing things that are too hard at you guys. I gotta not worry about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
As a bonus action, I'm just going to give what's his name? Kraid? Is that Ben's character? I'm going to give him a potent aptitude die.
Potent aptitude die.
Yeah, it's the bard die, basically. So I say, I turn to Kraid and I say, "Come on, Kraid, you can do it." Commencing morale boost now.
Okay. So, so the pilot of the other car rolled a 12, so that is not, and that is enough of a gap for you to slam into, into the car. You do a d6 of damage, and all right. You can see the car. It's actually cool. I can do all this at once. You actually probably push him 5 feet as well as it moves, and then move it into the center of the lane. So you slam into the side of the speeder, and the speeder driver is not nearly as proficient as you are, as you collide into the nose of the speeder and clip the back of it, or clip the front of it. You can see in your side mirror like black smoke pouring from that car. It would not take a lot left, you would think. Base, you are up.
So what do I see? The big guy's on top of the truck, isn't he?
Yes, you can't see him. You heard a thud where you thought he landed on top.
And the truck swerved slightly when he landed.
If you wanted to fire at him, you could definitely shoot through the top, and you would just need to roll disadvantage to hit him. Alternatively, you could climb up there yourself.
Yeah, but I know with my luck, I'll probably fall off.
I think the maniacal laugh is just a DM thing. It used to always be Joey, now it's Adam.
It is very fun. It's just fun. It's very fun for me, for you guys to like actually weigh it up and be like, do I try and climb on the outside of this moving truck?
Like, no.
Come on, it'd be fun.
The soldier's just like, yeah, no, this is not my jam. The Jedi already jumped up there.
In that case, I'm just gonna blast away the car that's right beside us and get rid of it. So at least get rid of our tails.
Sounds good. Roll an attack.
Still got the assault cannon, don't I? Should I just burst it down because I don't give a fuck?
Ammunition is expensive.
Shoot, pigman! Shoot, pigman!
I can't see the pigman.
Fire blind up into the roof and hope you hit him.
That would be hilarious. Wait, Adam?
Yeah.
Can I burst up?
So the thing is, you can, but the only consideration is that might catch you as well, because it's a 10-foot range, right? And you're standing right above it, and the truck is not 10 feet. Like, it's not, you wouldn't escape that. It's not 15 foot. It's like, it is 10 foot.
Okay, fine. I won't use the blast.
I do have a question.
You could just shoot through the top if you wanted, yeah.
Is it an explosion on contact with something, or is it just like a big old?
The assault cannon. I still believe it's a. I think the assault cannon is a slug, from memory. I don't think. I'll see if it tells me. It doesn't say in the. It doesn't say specifically in the actual.
I would assume it's like, a giant laser, instead of the small.
It's still a laser weapon. It's just not a blaster because it's like a big laser. It's like a single boom, like a shotgun blast, but still lasers. It's not a fletchet, which is a different like physical ammunition. So yes.
Either way, if you allow me, then I would burst up, like on the roof, like burst right above me, 10-foot square. But then you're right. I guess if it's gonna hit me, then fuck that. I'm just gonna shoot the car.
With a burst, it would hit you. Yes.
Yeah. In that case, I'm just gonna shoot the car.
Yep. If you did it with a couple of steps back, maybe. If he was at the other side of the truck, you'd probably get.
Well, that's the thing. From my point of view, I actually don't know where on the truck he is.
Yeah, so you're just trying to like blow the whole roof off the truck, basically.
Yeah, which I don't think it's a good idea. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to shoot the truck. Shoot the car next. Shoot the car next to us.
It will probably do something for the aerodynamics of the build. Why the fuck am I browsing?
Okay, cool. So give me a roll, Joe, to attack the car.
I'm just going to burst it. I'm not going to.
Oh, you're just going to like unload completely on it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
So
because it was right next to me. It's like, okay, cool. Hi.
I'm not taking any chances. This thing's just going to explode. All right.
Yep.
So they need to make a dexterity saving throw. So the lackey needs to make a dex saving throw for himself. And then he makes a piloting check for the car. Well, good news for him. I think he managed to dodge the. I think that 15 for the dexterity saving throw is enough for him, I believe.
Yep. DC's 13.
However, that piling check, that is not good enough. So he manages to kind of like duck and out of the way, but he is not nimble enough behind the wheel, as he's proven multiple times in this exchange already. As you just render the back half of the land speeder just completely gone as it erupts in flame. You can roll damage. You roll damage. Actually,
plus 2.
I mean, it was on 1 health. You did it. Good job. It explodes in flame, also killing the pilot.
Excellent. And then I just throw the assault cannon back into the crate because I'm not even going to bother reloading.
Cool. Kraid, you are up.
Bin. He's gone mute. Bin.
My bad. I was on mute and didn't realize.
There you go.
I am going to do what Adam wants us all to do, and I'm going to try to make my way up to the top of the car.
I don't want you to do it. It would just be fun, right?
Well, I want to do it.
That's the stuff that I like to hear.
All right. So,
please make me a acrobatics or athletics check. You can make it your decision. That is what you needed. Fantastic. Please feel free to get on top of the truck, and you can take your normal movement and do everything you want.
Okay. I know my blaster shots suck. Absolutely suck. So I can try to force push him off the top of the truck. But there's every chance that he'll save.
Remember, you have your potent aptitude.
But does that work against his save? DC save?
You add it to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Because it's not like.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's a force. DC is 11, and so it's like I try to push him, and he has to roll it an 11 or more.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But actually, how's he looking in terms of health? Has he been?
He's fine.
A little bit.
So he took 4 damage hitting the car, and it barely looks like it's phased him.
Okay, well in that case, I'm going to try to push him off the truck.
Okay. You're like, hell no. All right. Yeah, maybe he rolls real bad.
Please.
So what do I need to do? I need to roll a strength saving throw?
Strength saving throw.
Okay, that's what he's good at. Oh, what's the 24? What is that?
I'm actually not sure. Let me...
Just...
Because it's it's also an attack. Actually, did I miss it?
Yeah, it's a spell. It's a spell attack.
So if I go force push, you can exert fine control, strength, I don't see it in the actual book. It doesn't specify that it does damage though.
It doesn't, but you can push him 20 feet. So in this way, pushing 20 feet means onto the road. Mm-hmm. So, and there's no car to save him now. So, I mean, I don't think generally force push does not. You need force throw, which is like
the next level. Damage. It's a level 2 and it does damage, and
and you can move things like 60 feet or 90 feet or 30 feet. Where the at will one is small and it says so if they hit something, they will take damage. But generally,
take damage. Yeah.
Generally, to manipulate the position of your enemies, it doesn't it's not actually damage spell.
Correct.
Yep.
Anyway, let's ignore that roll then, I guess.
Cool. So the force, you're gonna force push him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to make a strength saving throw. Strength saving throw. Well, he's good at them, but he's rolled 2 1s so far, so anything's possible.
11 is what he needs to save.
And that's what he rolled. Not good, but he rolled like shit, but it's enough.
That's exactly what he needed.
He holds his hands up and he's just kind of like, and he looks confused, like you're hitting him with something. Again, you are not touching him, and he's kind of getting pushed around and he's not sure what is going on. But he managed to hold on to his footing and retain himself. Is that your turn?
Yes, I can't do a second attack. So yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, cool. All right, next up is the driver of this car. So the driver is going to have to make a, let's do hauling check.
Actually, wait, Adam.
Yes.
Completely stupid idea.
Hit me up.
So you know how like this driver just saw me with this giant assault cannon blowing away cars.
Yes.
Does he really want to come up towards me? Can I can I intimidate him somehow with my giant cannon? I don't know.
I mean, you could roll an intimidation check just to see how your presence is being perceived by him. Give me an intimidation check.
Never mind.
Okay. He's still worried because he's just seen a whole bunch of his friends die. But I think his motivation is maybe more if he pulls away, what is going to happen to him even worse. So he, with a 15 on the piloting check, he guns forward and shoots back into frame. So he would only actually move into pretty much where he is now. He would have been off the screen. And now he's come back onto the back of the board, within a bit more of a closer range. The soldier's going to take a shot at Face, however, because Face is the one. The cars are currently engaged with the two figures, X3PX and Face in the back of the car, while everyone else is on the Gamoran's got everyone else. So
just FYI, Adam, I was looking at the card, the force push card that we have. So I think the reason that it was previously rolling an attack is I think they've updated the books.
I see.
And previously it was an attack. So let me actually click and show you what it says.
Right.
Force push.
Right. It's just it's an update.
Yeah, so previously you use a force to push or pull on a target, make a ranged force attack against that target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 1d6. But if you read the SW5E now, it doesn't say it's a hit anymore.
Okay, well, how about after this, you can take a look through your spells and reread them and make sure you don't want to change them around. I think force push pull I think is really useful either way, but maybe it's just...
no, all good. Let's keep going.
Cool. So yeah, yep, that's fine. So Face, you take 3 points of damage, which I think you've taken. Fantastic.
Yep.
He managed to luck out finally, and someone hit someone. That's great. Go me. Hask, you are up. The man is in front of you. He looks very scary. And I mean, nothing for you, of course, but he's a big dude. And he's bearing down in front of you. What do you want to do?
Cool. I'm going to use. So I got 3 force points remaining. As you've said, it takes 2 to cast a force thing. So I'm going to spend 2 force points to cast fear on old mate, and I'm going to walk right up to him into his face and be like, I am covered in AIDS. If you breathe the aura around me, you will die immediately.
Did you say AIDS?
Yes.
Wow.
Must be some sort of space aids.
Space AIDS.
Or spades for short.
Spades.
Wisdom
So he has to
saving
make
throw, huh?
wisdom saving throw. Only if he has 25 hit points or less does he do saving throws with disadvantages.
He's got way more than 25 hit points.
I assume so. So it's just a wisdom saving throw.
No, okay. He makes a wisdom saving throw. However, he no, that's fine. All good. He fails. All right. Cool. He you see like the like your presence like kind of like oppresses him. And I mean this is something that I think Kraid and Hask definitely like they can almost see like the waves of the force and the energy of what when Hask casts this and what it does to people. TA1 and X3PX would have zero idea. It would just look like nothing is happening. And Face at this point, like, wouldn't know what's going on. Like, but obviously has seen this. But there's, for people that aren't attuned to the Force, but are still have the ability to sense it because they're like organic creatures, it feels like you've eaten something wrong. Like your stomach feels like queasy and ill when this kind of happens. So Hask is just like dominating, trying to like put all this kind of oppressive energy into the Gamoran and succeeds. So the Gamoran is now afraid.
Does he now try to run away from me? Move away from me?
I think it's he physically can't get closer to you. I think it's
He cannot get closer to you. And I believe attacks are done at disadvantage or something. I need to check that out. It's you said that it's the it's frightened, isn't it?
Yeah, frightened.
This is frightened is the status in 5e that I'm always like, I think that's the right one. They have disability on they have this I'm correct. So they have disability on ability checks and attack rolls while you're in line of sight, and they cannot move closer towards you.
Oh, okay. Then in that, I thought. Sorry, I'm gonna still stand away from him.
Yeah, you're like, no, fuck that, no.
Sorry, I misread it. I've actually found the spell. There's a 3rd level spell called Horror that causes them to take the dash action to move away from you. Okay, so cool. Never mind. I'm back here and I yell from him from this side.
Cool. Yeah, you're like, stay away from the axe. That's fair. So yeah, he's now afraid of you, and he can't move close to the source of his fear. That's not good for him. That's really bad. God damn it!
It's almost as if warriors
you ruined my turn. I was gonna legit try to down one of you guys. Damn it! All right, okay. The Gamoran can't move. He can't even move towards Kraid. What does he want to do? Okay,
jump off the edge.
What is this Gamoran gonna do? He doesn't even have a fucking.
It technically doesn't get closer to him if he moves there, right? Like by the rules. But I don't know. It's up to you.
I mean, technically, that's still 2 squares.
Yeah.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna get one attack. That's fine. I gotta have something, right? You gotta give me something. So he's gonna move in. I mean, Hask is fine if you want to put it that way.
Sorry, Ben.
That's what I do.
So he makes this attack. The Gamoran howls and makes a reckless attack. So he will roll at advantage. However, because Hask has put him at disadvantage, it will just cancel out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna roll straight. But this guy's like opening himself up now. So the whole next round, you guys will be able to attack him with advantage.
Cool, including like just our
anyone,
anything we do. Yeah.
Yep. No. Well, if you try and push him, no. But
like
he also makes ability checks at disadvantage because Hask is fear. So yeah, he's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble right now. You're really making it hard. All right, so he's gonna attack you. Oh my god, rolls a 10. Okay, I guess a 10 does not hit.
It does not, but he has a vibro axe. Interesting.
He does indeed have a big vibro axe. Man, I can't believe I'm also dead. Anyway, that. Yeah. So what happens when I roll everything public? Maybe I should just roll privately and just tell you I hit.
yeah, dude. You're the DM. You can change
Don't fall to the dark side. Roll your attacks in front of the players, so that way when you absolutely annihilate them, they know it was their fault.
That is true. Because these
tempting, I know, but then everyone gets angry at you after a while when the rolls actually start critical.
I was like, I needed this guy to fucking hit someone.
Yeah. Does a 27 hit? Like, you start doing those ones, and then people start saying, "I hate you."
You know damn well I have an AC of 10.
It's like, yes, at 27, it does in fact hit me. X3PX, you're up.
Oh, cool. Let's see.
At the moment, you cannot see him directly. Oh, there's still the car behind that you can deal with as well.
What is the range of my ion pistol? It's probably fine. I'm gonna shoot the car again with my pistol.
I'm sure it's fine. The range is like what?
40.
65. That's a disadvantage then.
And I shall roll it again, baby. Save roll.
That is all good. It's a car. It's like an 11 to hit. Wow. Yeah. So you managed to hit the car, and the car hit 0. So you shoot the car. Instead of the same thing of the car kind of struggling because you're powering it down because you're attacking with an iron weapon, you see sparks like erupt over the front of the hood of the speeder as sparks turns to smoke and then starts to turn to flame. The second flame starts happening, you see the lackey like the driver's bank hard to try and stop as hard and pull up as hard as he can. However, he does not manage to pull up in enough time, and the car explodes with both of them in it. And they're also done.
Collateral damage.
You guys are just... This is great. All right. TA1, you're up. What do you want to do?
Can I see him in the rearview mirror?
You can't see him at all because it's the top of the truck, and the top of the truck is like, it's a good, you would be halfway up, so it would be like 5 feet above you, pretty much.
Right, but if I angle the side mirror to, can I see the top of the truck?
Yeah, I mean, you could probably glance the edge because he's standing on that edge, right? You could probably see a glimmer. You would not have a direct line of sight. What do you want to do with him?
I'd like to stick my hand out the window, reverse the servos, and fire a jet of flame in his direction.
Sure. He would probably get a bit of a boost to AC because he's not in full cover. Or is that a dexterity saving throw you're gonna do? Dexterity saving throw. Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, the way it describes it, it's kind of like firebolt, I guess. It says it's a jet of flame, but then the attack says you just hurl a ball at them. Hurl the flame, or hurl the flame at a creature. Sorry, no, I misread that. No, it is lightning.
You hurl the flame at a creature, mange a ranged tech attack. Oh yeah, so this jet of flame is the equivalent of the standard D&D 5e spell, which is the druid fire spell.
Yes.
It's can create flame, I think it is.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, I can use it as either a light or to attack with. And now I'm using it to attack.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can make a ranged attack. He's gonna probably get plus. If I remember correctly, he's gonna have 3/4 cover, which is plus 5 to AC, I believe. I think.
I believe that's what you said last time. Yeah.
5. Half covers 2. I think this is 5. But yes, please roll your attack. Do you need attack roll first?
Ignore. Oh, sorry. Do I? Yes.
I think so. Should do.
Does this not have a?
You might just need to say spell power or whatever.
I changed it to attack. Output attack. It's not a power attack. It is. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Yes, and you get advantage as well.
I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Plus, what is your spell casting modifier?
It's just intelligence.
I think you're gonna do it.
There we go. It is 6.
Oh wow! So that's a 24 then. 25. Sorry, 25. Yeah, 25 hits.
Sweet.
Surprisingly.
Does a 25 hit?
Yes. So 7 points of damage. So, you barely see. You even only get a glimmer of like maybe the back side of like the part of his back and like the top of his shoulder.
Yeah. Ignore that second roll. That was just me testing it. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, and you just set in the brief glimmer you get is enough to set that part of green on fire. As his back erupts in flame. And he's like kind of twirling, being feared by Hask, and also now being attacked from several angles is not having a great time. Face, you are up.
Should I?
Sorry, I feel like I interrupted. Go for it.
My athletics and acrobatics are shit.
Yes, because it doesn't have any mechanical advantage in the combat system anymore.
Unless in specific examples like this.
Yeah,
not really. I mean, for grappling, but then, grappling isn't really that good anymore either.
It's a symptom of the simplified combat system.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and climb up as well because I see that everything's above.
Cool.
So
give me
acrobatics or athletics?
Yeah, whatever one you'd like to give me.
They're both the same. So
Okay.
I'm gonna use athletics.
Sounds good.
That
is a good roll, and that is enough. You are up, and you would spend the 5 feet of movement or 10 feet of movement climbing up. So you have the rest of your movement, and you're on the top.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot him.
Cool. All right. Man, it's just this huge combat on the top of the truck now. It's great.
That's 15 hit.
15. Oh, that might not make it. 15 is the number you need. Yes, 15 is his AC.
Cool. I'm gonna spend combat superiority die. Wait, does he have anything in his hand?
The axe. Yes. He has his vibro axe.
Yeah, I want him to drop his axe. So I'm gonna spend a combat die to make him drop his axe.
Does he just drop it? I don't know how that works.
No. So firstly damage. So he takes 9 points of damage.
Ooh, okay.
Then he needs to make a strength saving throw, DC 12, to not drop his axe. He's got disadvantage, right? Because he's feared, right?
Yes, he. Yep, he has disadvantage because he is still very afraid of Hask. And he rolls, and that's a 15. Is that enough?
He needed to make it, so he made it.
Okay, cool. He manages to white knuckle onto the axe, despite being shot at and burned and scared half to death. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Cool. Kraid, you are up.
So knowing that he cannot move towards Hask, I'm going to move towards Hask. And then I'm going to try again.
We'll get an attack opportunity.
Oh, no, but I can... Oh, no, Face Strike is a level 1, so I can't use Face Strike. Okay, in that case, I'm just going to try to push him off the edge again. Force push.
My goal being is is for me to use your lightsaber. This is my goal.
I'm trying desperately not to have to.
I mean,
if you use your
already, the game is kind of given up at this point.
The thing is, if you use your lightsaber, I'm just going to disintegrate him. Because no witnesses.
No, because I was going to say, like, most lackeys don't know what it feels like to be to have force used on and around them. But whereas I think a lightsaber is very, very...
That is true. That is true. That is correct.
I don't think we're at the stage of Star Wars where the Force and the Jedi were becoming kind of obscure. That's kind that's like during like the first and second movie, like the actual first and second movie.
Yeah.
That's why no one's scared of Darth Vader in the first one, because they have no idea he can bitch choke them with his mind.
Yes. But it is still a lightsaber in particular is an iconic cultural thing. Because even Luke says that, like, that's how they know. He's like, oh, it's a Jedi laser sword. So like, yep. So continue. What would you like to do?
Actually, in the extended universe, the Luke Skywalker was able to get past metal detectors saying that his lightsaber was a shaver.
Really?
It's fucking terrifying.
Yes, that's in one of the extended universe books.
Veto.
Isn't all of extended universe non-canon?
No, honestly, it would depend. It would depend. It is a cultural icon, but they all look very different. So potentially, like, what does or doesn't qualify as a lightsaber, like, people... If it's lit up, people would be like, I know what that is. If it's just a thing in your hand, you might be able to get away with it.
There we go. That's better. Sorry, fixed it.
So, Kraid, apologies. Continue.
Alright. Almighty push.
Alright.
On this guy.
Cool. So he needs to make a dexterity, a strength saving throw?
Save. Is this at a disadvantage because of his fear?
Yes, he's at disadvantage again. Yep.
Excellent.
Strength saving throw disadvantage. 10.
Hey.
Is that good for you?
It is good for me.
Okay, sure.
My DC is 11.
Okay, so he goes flying backwards in 20 feet of your choosing. So you can, which way? Just draw an arrow. Which way? Where do you want him?
I mean, off the truck. So
truck. Okay. For thematic purposes, he goes flying straight backwards, like direct through face. You just see this hulking green mass fly towards you that you kind of sidestep as the Gamoran goes sailing over the edge and hits the ground. Taylor, how fast are we going right now?
Probably still about 100.
100. Okay, that is 10d6 coming up. Let's see how he goes. Does he survive?
I would still be flooring it, basically.
Yep. Let's say 10d6. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. He does, however, get to try and save and not take all of it.
He also has to roll a dexterity for making contact with a thing.
He hits the ground. So he hits the ground.
So he'll take 1d4 kinetic, something like that.
So generally, I would rule that he doesn't. It's not an object, so he wouldn't take it. But what he's taking now is full damage.
Just full damage. Fair enough. That works for me too.
So he will take that 36, and he gets a dexterity saving throw to not try and die from the full damage. And he rolls a disadvantage still because he's still feared. Actually, technically, he doesn't roll a disadvantage because he can't see Hask anymore because he's on the ground. So he rolls flat. But it's still not good for him though, because I don't think his dexterity is very good. He crit saves.
Wow.
Okay. So some instinctual, primitive, like almost reptilian part of every creature's brain that makes them say, "I don't want to die right now," kicks into overdrive as he shakes his fear as he sails over the back. And he only takes half of that 36, so that would be 5.
He's like a cat. He always has to land on his feet.
That's 18. So he is not dead, and however, he is now. And then he would also move back a little bit because he also tumbles with movement. So he moves back to here. As you guys are now free, you guys are continuing to pull away. We're now up to next in the order is Hask. Now, first question: what do you guys want to do?
I was gonna shoot him.
I would like to line up a shot with my shotgun. What's the range on it?
The shotgun. You are 55 feet away. You could move. Actually, you could run up to the edge and fire.
What's the range of a shotgun? Do you know?
Let's have a look. Weapons. Shotgun. Close. The shotgun has a range of 30 feet and a maximum range of 120, which means...
What happens over 30 feet?
You fire at a disadvantage.
Which means you would fire at disadvantage. However, he attacked recklessly, which means you get to fire it with him at advantage, which means you roll flat.
Alright, fuck it. I'm going to move to the back here, and I'm going to have a crack at him with my shotgun.
Sure. Alright.
So just regular?
Just a flat roll. That hits. Boy, oh boy. What's that 2? What is that?
I don't know. It's like it's 2d4. It's 2d4 plus 2 plus 2 is what it says here.
On the shotgun, really?
Yeah. I don't. I just.
Oh no, it's not that plus that. No, it's just the It's just 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
I'll have to update that. That's fine.
Yeah, maybe just double check my sheet to see what.
That's fine. Know. It's the 9. The 9 is fine.
Okay.
The 9. So that's not enough to kill him. But as he's bouncing and rolling across the ground, you just like run up, cock your shotgun, and fire. As you see it hit him, as the pellets and like just singe his skin as he's like rolling down the road. He is on death's door. He's bleeding everywhere.
And then I flip him off.
He gets up. He uses his movement to get up and look at you in like fear, I guess, because and the only thing he can do at this point is try to save. Now he has a bit of time. He can try and save against the fear that is poisoning him. It's a wisdom saving throw. And he saves. Okay. So he's now no longer afraid of you, but he's also on 3 health. So, things aren't looking great for him. Everyone else will get, up until Haley, basically, because at that point, you will pull away because Taylor is driving. So X3PX, it is your turn.
Finish him!
Wyvern?
Joey? No? Who's that?
Grant?
Is that Grant?
Who? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Blast him.
Okay. Ooh, that is a miss. That is unfortunately. I will double check that, but I'm pretty sure that is a miss. Yes, you need a 15 to hit. Okay, that's it. Now, TA1, what do you want to do? This is a big question.
So I guess as far as hang on. As far as TA1's concerned, she hasn't seen him. Like she saw him, she hit him with a flame, and then she's no longer seeing him in the rear view. So she's just going to continue flooring it back to wherever we were going to meet with the people. So that's kind of her thing. So she's not going to say anything. She's just going to like drive, I guess.
Okay, so she's going to keep on going. All right. Now, at this point, we can have the option of ending combat unless you guys want to go back to clean them up. It is your call to kind of make that discussion as a team now.
You just need to tell TA1 because she's just going to continue driving back to the objective.
Okay. Not our fucking problem.
We fuck off.
Yeah, let's just get the fuck out of here. Get these weapons, send them, get them cash, get the fuck off this planet. Let's go.
Okay. Fantastic. Well,
what does everyone else think?
Or we could kill everyone and leave no survivors.
Yeah, actually, let's do a Yui and go shoot this dude in the head.
I feel obliged to remind you that unnecessary violence would be a big old no-no that would be leading to the dark side.
Of course. Of course. All right. No, let's go get that cash for these weapons and get off this planet. ASAP.
Morally dubious, but better.
Yeah, this is a job, I would say as well. Like we don't really care about like their gripe will not be with us; it's with the people that we're delivering to. So, I say we just get the hell out. That's Ryan, not TA1.
Yeah, I say we get out of here. Drive. What time are we wrapping up tonight?
Very soon. We will be wrapping up. I think within the next half an hour.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. All right. Because if everyone's happy there, then that will be the end of the combat.
Yep.
So yeah, congratulations, guys. You guys speed off into the distance, leaving a very battered and bloody Gamoran in the road. With no real transport either, just kind of like by themselves.
Crawl back over the thing and crawl into the front seat, the passenger seat.
And well done. All right, so you guys also you now have a location to drop all this stuff off, if that's where you want to head off to.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys have a pretty after that very intense little exchange. It's a pretty easy drive back to the loading dock. You kind of go. There's it's about two blocks away from the silk ring of where you have your marker indicated to you. When you pull and you kind of pull up into this little alleyway off the side of the main road. As you pull in, Taylor, you can see Dax is standing there, flanked by 4 general ne'er-do-wells. As she kind of like you can see her like beaming and waving you in.
Yeah, I just
follow her directions.
Cool. Yeah, so it's just basically like a little kind of alcove off from the off the alley and just pull up to the side. So when you pull up the car, she walks up to the side of the cabin to you, Taylor, and says, Oh shit! Looks like you really came up with the goods, huh? And then she looks down the side and goes, wait, what the fuck is that? And then points at the huge cut in the side of the truck.
We had some unexpected guests.
Don't worry, it was an accident.
In 7.556 light years surrounding this planet, puns should be illegal.
So
she looks at Hask and goes, "Oh, is the joke there because it was an axe? Is that the joke?"
That's the joke.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, you need a joke to go two ways. Like it would be funny if I had already known that an axe did this, but you know, I mean, it's a fine joke. You're doing a good job.
Well done, buddy.
all right, cash.
I immediately kind of like, I don't know, maybe just some dust or anything, and I asked her if she recognizes the crest of that gang that was chasing us.
Cool. So you kind of give it a description of being like, oh, it's the rough. Actually, how would you describe the symbol? Like, because you've seen it in the chat. How would you describe it?
Ooh, where did we? Oh, that was a while back, wasn't it?
I will repost it.
Basically, like
In the cantina now.
Okay.
Oh, great.
I ask her, like, hey, do you? Yeah, no, it's there. It's there.
Oh, it is? Sorry. Oh,
Do
God.
you recognize a logo that has gold and black rings?
That would have been red. It's that, but red.
Oh, red. Okay. Red and black rings, which I'm assuming could be something of a sunset or maybe not. But just half circles of opposite red and black.
Yeah. So she looks and goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? You got jumped by the Crimson Dawn?"
There we go.
Are you not? How did you make it? What happened? And she wants to know more now.
Judicious use of violence was the successful ingredient to this particular robbery soup.
Yeah. I know you were preferring that there wasn't too much death, but I think there might have ended up being a few deaths.
We kept it pretty clean at first.
Confirmed.
And then
kill
as we
count
left,
currently
things
reached
got violent.
32.
So
they died because they followed us.
So Face, like, you know, when everything's being unloaded and she asks this question, Face goes, like, grabs the assault cannon and just goes, "I borrowed this."
This helped a little bit.
Yeah, and actually that's a good point. I say, mind if I take this shotgun?
Mind if I keep this?
Yeah, mind if I keep this?
So, so she looks towards Face and looks at the weapon and like is overjoyed. Is like, that was in the crate. It's like, whoa! Like we thought we'd get some good weapons, but man, that's a good get. The boss is real going to be happy about that one.
A thought occurs. Should we not see if any of these weapons are marked for their manufacturers' logos and serial numbers?
I kind of say that doesn't really matter to us, right?
Okay.
I approach whatever her name was. Dax. Say, the truck took some minor damage to the rear and one gash along the side, as you've already noticed. Otherwise, it is in perfect condition. And I hand her the keys.
She said, "Well, we kind of put some extra plating on there just for jobs like this, but Jesus, I can't." So you killed all of them that attacked you. You killed all of them.
I think 2 of them survived.
4 of them survived.
4? Because we blew up some of the speeders. I don't think those guys would have survived.
There were several guards who we were able to incapacitate efficiently.
So the guards were not Crimson Dawn.
So
there were 2.
The guards we left alone.
He makes the dial-up sound for a moment. There were 2 survivors.
Yes. I believe one of them was their leader. We were too busy just getting away to ensure that there were no survivors.
It appears that they were trying to rob the place that we were also trying to rob.
Yes, I believe that was their intention. They wanted what we wanted.
This is out of character. I'm gonna say I don't think they were trying to rob the place. I think we robbed them. I think they were there to pick it up. However, Face is not gonna say any of that. Instead, Face is gonna say, once again, monotone, trying to disguise his voice. Big guy, green, axe.
Yep, big green guy with an axe. He survived. Looked pretty bloody though. And then
ran away like a bitch.
However, I am going to check for see if that description triggers anything on her face when I say that.
Oh, big green.
Big green.
I mean,
big green. She would. You can give me an insight check.
I was going to say to try to help out because we know what the race is. I know chime in and back him up with that extra information.
So you don't get anything past her. Like you see her eyes kind of flick up as she's trying to think if that's a name. She's like, I mean, I know they get the Gamorreans to do the real dirty stuff. Quite often they're, the second in charge kind of thing. Maybe the dumb muscle behind the captain. Could be a ton of
that little pig a squeal.
And she says, honestly, it sounds like you left the guards alive and killed every member of the Dawn that you could. And to be honest, that is the perfect way that I would have asked you to do this.
I kind of stare at the ground we should have gone and finished that guy off. Should have killed.
She's like, well, and not to be glib, but you don't look like us at all. So if you left any of the Dawn alive, I mean, they're not going to know that we did it. They're going to know. She'll say that if they were really there to rob the place at the same time, maybe because they got the same intel as we did. Generally, when that happens, we scatter. We didn't have the power to mess with the Dawn. But so they're probably not going to be looking at us as the people that took they'll see took their score from them. But maybe you might need to keep your heads down if they come looking for you. That's about it.
I believe there's just about of payment left.
Oh, of course, absolutely. Well, let me see. And she kind of reaches out to into a back pocket and pulls out a little metal case that she flips open. Has a whole bunch of little metallic cylinders, which you guys know as actual credit stacks. And pardon?
Stacks?
Yeah. So they're actually physical little
chips.
Cylinders.
Oh, that's the physical currency. Oh, okay. I always wondered what that was.
Yeah, that's actually that's actually what credits look like in cash form.
Huh.
Yeah. It's like our society, more often than not, quite often they do electronic transfer. But especially for stuff like this that's probably going to be under the table, cash they will take it in cash. So she hands out what is 500 each, and then goes to Hask and says, if you want that shotgun, you can have it, but it's coming out of your cut. And she was so Hask, she'll say, so do you want the shotgun?
Did we lose Chris?
Potentially.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Yes. Yeah. Take
You want
it.
the shotgun? Okay, so she hands you 150 instead of 500.
Sure.
And says, "All right." She's like, "That's market price. That's for doing a good job."
Very
And those jokes, I like those jokes. Keep them up. with a bit of a shit-eating grin on her face.
Yeah.
So the rest of us got 500 each.
You all get 500 each.
Sweet.
I hand my 500 credits to Benjamin's character.
Sweet.
Like,
Clonk.
ooh. That is
So I get 1,000.
I have to head.
no problem. So what I'll
Thank
do
you guys so
is
much.
what I'll do is we can wrap it up because you guys have hit level 3.
Woo.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys. I'll catch
That
up
was
with you guys
quick.
later.
Nice, Chris. Catch a bite.
Thanks, Chris. Oh, it's gone.
So we're level 3 now. Sweet.
Mm.
You guys are indeed level 3. You will have it's probably at this point of the day, it's probably about like early afternoon, like shortly after lunch. And now it will be you guys get to determine what you want to do. If you got any big ideas, let me know.
I have
The one thing she will note is that she'll look when she's handing the credits out to you. She does say, "We've had a little bit of intel that you might want to be." She's like, "We've had a little bit of intel that the Empire might be clamping down on some of these Republic credits. So if you get any problems with these later, don't come back. Like, it's not our problem.
Right. So
You might want to be careful about that."
send them.
Yeah. So
Also,
actually on that note, yeah. So TA1 would probably try and will break away from the group a bit and just be like, "I'm going to head into town and purchase some supplies. Meet you back at the ship." And that's where I would actually try and buy the parts that I was talking about a couple of weeks back about fixing up D4.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I don't know if you want to just deduct a total from me there or what, but if you want to roll,
I will let you know how much that costs specifically. But
Okay.
yes, I believe it will be in a short order. It wasn't. I believe we even said that it wasn't even the parts. You just needed the person to find to actually do it for you.
Yes, that's right. We did say that.
You had the parts and you had everything you needed. You were just like, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah. I needed someone skilled enough to try and bring
Or
back
actually,
because
or
I'm
the
not-
alternative was, or you could buy your own astromech tools. I believe.
I've got Astrotech tools.
Do you? I thought you just had Tinker's tools.
No, I've got 2. I've got Astrotech and Tinker's.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is, at least from TA1's sort of backstory, is that those things were integrated into her systems because of the reasons that I don't want to go to publicly yet.
Yes.
But yes, so those are tools that are on her person.
Fantastic. Okay. So that'd be generally for patching up stuff where so your little droid buddy will be fully operational next time.
Yeah.
And it will be and we'll figure out how much that costs. I believe that should only be in the realm of about 500.
Yeah, it's fine.
So you probably be only short a little bit.
I think I was going to say I've got over 1,000 at the moment from the money we stole.
Because
so it's
of
not,
other things that you did individually, yes.
Yeah. It's not it wasn't a matter of cost. It was I couldn't remember if we said it was going to be parts or if we had to go get a specialist to help
It was
out.
skilled. It was you needed time to go find the actual skilled laborer to go and do this.
Yeah. And someone who has a workshop that could actually work on this. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. If you want to role play that or anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just happy to call it as a deduction of my totals.
Well, we'll do the deduction, and especially if there's anything else you want. Okay, so next time there might be shopping and might be stuff if you want to go and do anything. I believe that's it. There's probably going to be some more story hooks and other things, and we can deal with that next time. I don't think we need to do that now.
And Adam,
congratulations, guys. Level